So the PlayStation Plus games for November have been revealed. It's an awesome lineup as well, I'm not going to lie. One of the games that was rumoured has come in as well, which I'll get into towards the end, because it's one of the bonus titles. Before we get into the list of games though, any of you guys looking to pick up a new controller, custom or modded, or just one with those little buttons on the back to make your gaming more accessible and easier on like shooters so you can jump around corners and all that other annoying stuff, make sure you check out the sponsor, Controller Mods. There's a link down below that will give you a bit more of a discount, and there's also a discount code as well. But let's get into it. The first game is a game called First Class Trouble, which is one that I'd never heard of. I think it's a new game that's just been revealed, and it looks and it sounds absolutely awesome. Imagine a game like Among Us crossed with like Hitman kind of style. So imagine you're all together in an area and it's like loads of people. I think there's proximity chat as well, so when you're running around you play mini games to try and figure out which the AI bot is that's trying to kill everyone on board. So it's the similar kind of thing to Among Us, apart from I don't think it's like an imposter where it's an actual person running around doing it. I think it's an AI version that's trying to kill all the actual people. You're doing mini games to try and get certain stuff done, and everyone's trying to deduct which is the bot, which one's trying to kill everyone. I really enjoy this kind of game. It's really fun to play. Obviously, it's better to play in a party of people that you're friends with rather than being stuck playing with randoms. Now, out of all the games that are going on, this probably is the one that I'm most looking forward to. Fingers crossed, though, it isn't a letdown. Second up, a game called Knockout City. Now, I've actually played this one. It's actually really fun. It's pretty much a huge dodgeball game, but with weird, cool mechanics. So you can do little tricks with the ball to try and attack your enemy and stuff. It plays alright. I mean, it's not a huge title that everyone's going to jump into. When it first got released, I think it went on Game Pass and on Xbox, so I ended up playing it on there. I got sent a copy to test it out as well. It was fun to play, it's just none of my mates were playing it, so it's not something that I really stuck with. However, it is one of them games that you can kind of jump onto for an hour just to mess around on and have tons and tons of fun. You can tell by the gameplay for it, the graphics for it aren't majorly like realistic, it is just cartoony, but at the same time, that doesn't take away the fun of the game, it kind of adds to it. It's one that's definitely worth a play. However, again, it is one that's more fun to play with people that you know. And the final one before we get onto the bonus title, Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning. Now, the original for this actually came out in like 2012. It actually got majorly high ratings. I think it got like a 9 out of 10 everywhere. Everyone absolutely loved it. And by the looks of it, it is just an RPG game. It's not one that I've played, I'll be honest. It's not one that I've heard of either. But either way, the gameplay for it looks like a pretty decent MMO style RPG game. It looks like it could be fun to play. It's the sort of game that I tend to play anyway, so it's another one that might get lost in the crowd for me personally. I'm definitely looking forward to playing it. However, if it's not as good as other MMOs and stuff that I'm playing at the moment, it's probably going to get put back in the pile. It is 4K on PS5, it's got a patch so it upgrades the graphics. However, this is classed as the PS4 game for the month. But the final title is the one that we actually mentioned earlier in the week, Walking Dead VR. I played this on Oculus and it's absolutely amazing. Anyone that owns a VR needs to play this one, and if you don't own a PSVR, you need to add it to your library in case you ever pick one up. It's an absolutely awesome game. For a VR title, it is absolutely huge. It's got a really decent storyline on it. The mechanics of the game are absolutely amazing. You're moving around looking for weapons, zombies are around while you're doing missions. It's got crafting elements in it as well, to the point where you can make your own stuff, you can build your own stuff, upgrade stuff. But then say you get like a screwdriver as a weapon and you're attacking a zombie, and it'll literally get stuck in the head of the zombie, so you got to be careful when you're trying to pull it out hard enough to get the next one. It's really cool. I can't say it enough that it's one of them games that if you're into VR, you need to try. But again, if you don't own a VR, add it to your library anyway. They're so cheap to pick up at the moment, the older versions, that if you ever end up buying one or you get one as a gift from like family or something, it's always nice to have a massive list of games there sat there waiting for you. Out of all the games that are actually going live next week, the one that I am most looking forward to has got to be First Class Trouble. I'm not too sure whether or not it is a PlayStation exclusive either. This is literally the first time I'm actually hearing about the game. Fingers crossed though, it's available on all platforms, and fingers crossed it's also cross-play with everyone as well. It'll just make it so much more accessible to get into games with more people, with your friends and all sorts. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Fingers crossed though, again, that it's not a letdown. But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you have, a like would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.